Okay. You can see on the screen, all right? So you don't have to have a copy, but you can take notes if you want. So that's good. So this is we call it a marvelous scripture because if you have a hard copy, well, it's hard to see because you don't have the original one. It's not, and the copy doesn't have the color, but on the screen you'll see it. But on page 2 and 4, you'll see there should be red character underlined. I bolded, but apparently it's not bold enough. But that make up 2 words. Okay, 2 words, which 从道 means to follow, to comply, or to be in accord with the Tao. Okay, and that's those 2 words were found chapter 21 of the book of the Tao of the Tao and virtue, right? So Tao Te Ching, right? Chapter 21. I think it's the first line, right? First line or second phrase, something like that. Anyway, yeah, second line. Yeah, so second line. Okay, so anyway, 我他说道自从 then 再道什么什么，然自从right 自从 then 在下的字是个道 like that. Okay, but anyway, so that's not important. But anyway, so that's considered the title of the scripture. You can say that, okay, of the scripture. But anyway, or the theme, right? The theme. Okay. So anyway, we call this the marvelous scripture, and that's one reason why it's called marvelous. The other reason is also composed by two Buddhas, or Immortal Lu, and on the first day, May 16th, and our Jigong Living Buddha or Holy Teacher on May 17th. So how do I say? Okay, so and the content of this scripture or this it's a poem. It's a poetry. It's in prose. Okay, prose, right? It's what we call prose, and it's based on standard Chinese poetic pentameter, okay, or heptameter. So the heptameter, okay, it's 7 and 7 characters, right? So if you read, unfortunately in Chinese, it's from right to left, right? It's right, top down, right to left. But in English, unfortunately, in order to to write it, you have to write from left to right, right? So that's the difficulty. So it's, anyway, but so if you read each line, on the handout or on the screen, it's 7 and 7, right? So that's 7 and 7. So it's 14 characters, but it's 7 and 7. And what I mean by heptameter is that the last character, the 7th and the 14th character of each line rhymes with all the lines below it, right? So like the first line, the 7th character is kong. If you look at the 14th character, it's tong, and then if you look at the second line, you repeat song, tong, meng, chong, zhong, zhong, gong, kong, song, etc. Okay, so that's the for those of us who don't read Chinese, you can read the pinyin, so you can get an idea that that's the prose, the poem. Okay, so on every 7th character is rhyme. Okay, so that's all I mean. Right? So that's the structure. That's the structure. Now, in terms of the context, this scripture is very in contrast to the 2 songs that we talked about last couple weeks. The substance is it's pretty profound, very deep, and it makes sense because it's it refers to what's Tao, right? What's important to Tao, and so so there are a couple recurring concepts that occurs in this context, which if we have time we could get into, but it talks about Tong a lot, emptiness. It talks about Zhong. Zhong literally means center or middle, or it can be short, or for Zhongyong. I mean, it does mention Zhongyong, or Zhong, He Zhong, to be in the center or at the center, or whatever, literally that. So the concept of Zhong. Okay, so these are 2, and then there are other different references to that about which we can get into detail when I explain the scripture. But these are the two main pillars, if you will, okay, or central concepts. Okay, it's in Buddhism too. Okay, Kong is Sunyata, right? I mean that's a concept called Sunyata. And Zong is Madhyamata, right? Madhyamika, sorry, Madhya, or you could say Madhyamata, depending on what, it's an adjective or a noun or an adjective, whatever. Okay, so Madhyamika, right? Which I talked about, Madhyamika, right? Okay, he was proposed by, if you want to, you guys can look it up in the internet, do some research. It's the 14th patriarch of Buddhism in India, or his name is Nagarjuna, Nagarjuna, or Long Su. Look it up. 第14代 ，OK， 如来佛以后的位后的第14代的祖师 patriarch 祖师龙，恐龙的龙，树立树 wood tree. So, but his name literally means dragon forest. Yeah, dragon tree. Yeah, literally. Nagarjuna. Okay, he's the one who put together the concepts of the teachings, the central teachings of Buddha from the Mahaprajna Paramita Sutra, the 智慧经 the 智慧经 right? Yeah, 智慧. I don't know. The 上心经 no, 心经 is part of it. 心经 is tiny part, the tiny part. 心经 is a tiny part. Yeah, it's Prajna, Mahaprajna, Bolo, yeah, Paramita Jing. It's long. It's the longest sutra because Buddha devoted, like the first 12 years of his life. I mean, not his life, of this after enlightenment. 12 years to focus on that topic. And in that topic, it talks about emptiness, shunyata, Kong, right? Just like the Qing Jing, the Heart Sutra said, right? Sariputta, form is emptiness is form, right? All emptiness, all form is emptiness, right? And something like that, right? Something like that. Okay. So anyway, so these are the two central concepts. All right, very important, right? But they're very deep. Okay, so because what do we mean by emptiness? We can I'll explain later on if we have time. Because I want to translate the scripture. All right, and then we can talk about what the Madhyamika or Zongyong, similar to Zongyong, also means, and they are related. They really are related. They're central themes. They're just really different. You can say different ways to describe the Tao. That's a simple way of explaining it. You can say they're different concepts to help us understand, okay, what the Tao is, right? Okay, and indirectly our Buddha nature too. Okay, so so let's proceed. Okay, 虚空真空非完空. So there are three kong, okay, three words of kong. Okay, 虚空, it's loosely translated as void, vacuum, vacuity, emptiness. 真空 is literally means true emptiness. Okay, so what's true emptiness? Okay, thing that means not is not. Okay, 完空. Okay, 完空. Okay, you have to take the two words together. 完空 literally means the sky, open sky, the empty sky, open sky. Okay, literally that's what it means. Okay, dictionary. So what's this is Immortal Lu, right? Immortal Lu is saying this, right? Immortal Lu wrote this. What he's saying is the void or sunyata. We can use the term sunyata. We can define that later. Okay, that sunyata, the true emptiness, is not just like the open sky. It's not like that. Okay? Yeah, sure.
Actually, the one cone, one cone means when we do the ordinary people do the meditation.
Yeah. That it means that too.
Meditation, right?
Yeah.
They no thought, right?
No thought. Yeah.
But that's one cone.
It's vacuum. It's like a vacuum.
They don't understand. They don't realize behind.
Yeah. I'm going to explain to that. Yeah, I'm going to explain that. Yeah, it's not It's not empty in the sense of what we think is just absolute emptiness, okay, or vacuum. The same thing because it's hard to describe because we're all talking about empty. So how many kinds of empties is there? I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you to decide. What's is I say is the sky empty? Is the dark space between galaxies, is that empty versus what's empty inside a vacuum tube? How do you define the emptiness?
Maybe you can say stuff.
那个 example 讲空中这个 it's not open sky. No, it's not.
No. I understand. But I only what I mean is it's not a vacuum, meaning that there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. That's what it means. Okay, that's what I mean by the open sky. It's empty,空, literally nothing. That's what I mean by one kong. Okay, right. That's what empty. Yeah, empty of everything. So that means there's no Buddha nature. One example means no Buddha nature.
So to think that nothing exists at all.
Right. Yeah. So I don't want to go into deep. It's a philosophy. It's a philosophical concept, and it's repeated at the very end too. But it's called nihilism. Nihilism. So you guys can look it up. Nihilism means nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I think we should keep this sentence very simple. Okay. We just say Buddha nature. Okay. We just said it's true. Zen means it's there. Okay, it's not. We cannot touch. We cannot feel. But it exists. That's why.
So there's something, even though we call it true emptiness. Okay. But it has no form, no shape.
Yeah.
We can't see it. We can't even imagine it. That's the important thing. Yeah. So that's different from nihilism. Okay, nihilism. It's called nihilism. You guys should look it up. You guys should, especially the Chinese people, should look it up. Nihilism. Okay, that's Wankong nihilism. Nihilism. Look it up. That's a branch of philosophy that denies the existence. So nihilism basically say it's one example of nihilism. I guess you guys have heard of the philosophy called existentialism. Have you guys heard of the philosophy called existentialism? Existentialism, that's nihilistic. Okay, that's nihil. It started from not Schopenhauer. I forgot, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, but that's what this wine cone or when I say open sky means that because I'm not gonna say nihilism because then people gets confused and it's not. I'm trying to preserve the poetic structure also. Okay, so it's a balance. It's a trade-off. It's a trade-off.
I think in this sentence we also need to say that the Buddha nature exists, but you cannot see it.
Yeah.
Describe it.
Yeah. That's the explanation. That's the analysis. Okay, that's the 分析 analysis. Okay.
This sentence.
Yeah. The meaning. But the translation, you still say Shikong is also emptiness. It means empty. It's sunyata. It's called sunyata. You should also look up the concept behind sunyata. Also means that. Okay, sunyata also means enlightenment too. But I don't want to go into that too deep right now. Okay. So that means all right. So in the very first first phrase, it already embodies this concept of Buddha nature, enlightenment, the middle way, also the middle path. Okay, all that. Okay, no extreme because I don't want to go into logic.
Let's make it simple. Let's make it simple. Yeah, simple. Like when we saw this morning's video, the earthquake in the floor, right? And when you see people suffer, right? And you realize that that's life. And we keep evidence. That's life. Life is going to be like that, right? That's one call. But when we see that, we should come out with merciful heart, the heart like our mercy Buddha, where we feel suffering, the same feeling as they do. But we know this is going to pass by, and this is life. But we still feel merciful, and that's the goal. We have the Buddha nature, even it's academics, but with Buddha nature in our hearts.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, that's a very basic example. Yeah, explanation. Yeah, basic example because we all have this Buddha nature. Right. It's not. Well, yeah, empty. Yeah. Okay. Well. The example has limitations too because people say that's life. It doesn't mean it's empty because they say to them that's real. To them that's real. To them that's hey, life has. And we will talk about later too. Later it mentioned that. In Mortal Lu, let's mention that. It's called the eight winds. Okay, 八逆风. Okay, 八逆风. 八风. Yeah, 八风. But they're really conditions in life. So that to them that's real. So we say it's empty because they are what's called a condition. They are conditioned. They are based on conditions. Okay, but anyway. Okay, so that's an example. Okay, so in other words, one way to explain that is that there is something beyond our physical, mental perception. Okay, physical, mental perception. Okay, all right, and that's the 真空, and 虚空. Okay. So there's something, and we call it Buddha nature. Okay, in Buddhism they call it Tathagata Dharma. Okay, we don't need to talk about that, but that's another one. Okay, so the second half, 空中妙有天地通. Okay, all right. So within this 妙有的空中, okay, within this marvelous or indescribable emptiness, we call emptiness, but there is a link or connection, or you can say presence of heaven and earth. Okay, heaven and earth. Or in other words, everything. 10D in this case implies everything. Everything.
Okay. When we say that this emptiness, let's talk about Buddha nature. This is Buddha nature. That's what it means here.
Yeah. That's
这
true.
句里面重点是妙，空中妙。
Yeah, 空中妙, right.
妙有好像英文里面好像
Buddha nature.
No, 妙是 marvelous.
妙
Marvelous.
有嘛？
Yeah, marvelous. Hey, you can't
not translate word by word.
Yeah. Well, no. It depends. I think it depends. Yeah, you should try to translate more the concept. But here's the problem. There's a trade-off. Once again, there's a compromise. Yeah, you try to explain the concept, you have to use 20 sentences. Okay, so you cannot do that too. So you have to find, well, I cannot explain exactly the dictionary meaning, but at the same time, I want to explain the meaning, and I can't use 20 words. So what's the choice? What's the
the first two words means
So
the
that's
first
the
sentence. The first sentence. Okay, that's called Buddha nature.
Right.
Buddha nature.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, you can say that. But if that's the case, Buddha nature is more specific. It's narrow. It's very narrow. Really, what Buddha is saying is more than Buddha nature. It's really implies almost like God. It's almost like that. It's almost. Well. No. Buddha never claimed that Buddha nature is God. Buddha never said that. If you look at any of the sutras, he never claimed that Buddha nature is God.
We cannot separate it.
No. But he did say that it is beyond, inaction. It's basically everything. It's basically everything. Okay. But he did not use the word God either. So that's why we have to be very careful. Yeah, we can say for practical purposes. Yeah, you can say, okay, it's God. You can say God. You can say practical purposes. For practical, because people can understand. Oh, God. Okay, God. We understand. All right, for practical purposes. But it's hard. It's Buddha nature. I mean, yeah, never mind. It's hard to describe. But that's why 空中妙有. Yeah, you can say it encompasses Buddha nature. That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's part of that. Yes.
I also interpret the other way is the 空中妙有 just in this marvelous evidence there is Buddha nature that connect to heaven and earth. It's not a connection between heaven and earth.
Right. That's true. It connects.
There is a nature that connect to heaven
and earth. Right. Yeah. Or you can say it's the It has both. You can say that. Yeah. That's another way to interpret. Right. To explain this. Yeah. To explain. explain that within this marvelous emptiness, there is something, in this case we call it Buddha nature, that is the link between heaven and earth, or everything, or you can say everything. Heaven and earth, you can define everything too. The universe, you can say the whole, or 三千大千世界, whatever, okay, beyond, whatever, okay, so you can, all right, okay, so it's a very deep concept in there, okay, in the first line. All right, so the second line, 天人合一, right, 非口诵, right, yeah, okay, so it's hard to, yeah, 天人合一, yeah, yeah. Once again, this refers to the central concept of the middle way too, middle way, okay, it's the middle way, Madhyamika, okay, so I loosely translate as being harmony at one, okay, with heaven and humans, okay, and 非口诵, okay, yeah, literally, 口诵 means you cannot speak it in words, right? That's true, okay, that's true, okay, we cannot describe it, but it also means we don't just talk about it too. That's true too. It also implies that, okay? So just that, this being, if you are enlightened, you can say you are 天人合一, right? You are enlightened because you are at that level, state, level, condition, whatever you want to call it, at that level, then it's hard to describe. You can hard to describe. But to be at that level, we don't just talk about it too, right? You also have to do, we say practice or cultivate or whatever, okay? All right, so.
And then in the Dharma class, the sense Buddha the Dharma class also between heaven and earth, okay? And then also because channeling, this at the moment was a channeling, because the Buddhas are from the heaven, human beings, they are all become one. So it's kind of indescribable.
Yeah,
it's kind of very special event.
Special phenomena that only at this Dharma class where you can say Buddhas and humans can be together at one. Not just physically. Yes, physically we are, but also heart to heart, mind to mind. Okay, literally. All right. So that's hard to describe. Okay, so you can say it's hard to describe. You cannot. You cannot. And also we're doing things together, obviously. So okay. So next phrase, 人我天性本相同. Right. So now they're talking about our Buddha nature. See, that's why I want to talk about. See, yeah, you can say the first line talk about Buddha nature, yes, but it's broader. Now the second line is more specific. Now that's what I'm saying. There's a logical progression. Okay, all right. Otherwise, you just talk about the same thing. I mean, I don't have to use. I don't have to speak 2 hours about it. I can speak, 20 hours about it. Whatever, doesn't matter. Right? So he says, 人我天性, right? Okay,人我 literally means other people and you. It's just everybody. You can say everybody. It's just everybody too. Okay, or literally all sentient beings too. Right? Okay. Our 天性, literally heavenly nature. It's our heaven's nature, right? In the Doctrine of the Ming, right? 率, right? 率天性, right? 天性, the 天性, right? It's the same 天性. It means it's our Buddha nature. In this case, it's our Buddha nature. So I didn't use Buddha nature because I say we have our nature, a heavenly nature. It's the same thing. It means Buddha nature, heavenly nature, Buddha nature. It's the same essence. That means we're the same. We all came from the same place. We're all of the same thing. You can say thing. We came from the same thing. In other words, God. You say we all come from God. Okay? See, that's right. This is more specific, right? 相同 means the same. Literally, identical, same, whatever. Okay? So this talks about Buddha nature. This second line, okay? More precise, right? It's Buddha nature. It's not about emptiness. It's about Buddha nature, right? Okay? So that's why I make the distinction between the first line and second line. Understand? Okay? There's a reason for that. Okay? All right. 大觉才能醒春梦. Okay? 大觉, literally, it means enlightened. Or you can say, 无上正等正觉. Okay? It's the same thing. Okay? That's 大觉. Okay? Okay? It just means supreme enlightenment. Or unexcelled supreme enlightenment. If you want to be more technical. Holy cow. Okay? We can talk about
Let's only do that.
No, but it's important to understand concept. Okay, it's she's okay.
That's all right.
才能 can only wake up. She means wake up. 春梦 literally it means spring dream, or it just means it's a passing illusory joy or happiness. Okay, so it just means that our life, our human life, is so short. It's like a dew in the morning. After the sun comes up, it's gone. Right? See, so that's the metaphor. Okay, metaphor. So if you know Chinese, it's very beautiful. It's a beautiful poem. Okay, so it just means only enlightenment can wake up from this illusion. Okay, true. Okay, and then he'll explain later on what are they. Okay, so 了了分明为道从. Yeah, so that the 道从 is right there. That's the theme, okay, of this marvelous scripture. Okay, so 了了明分明. Yeah, it just you have to understand clearly. That means that's simple. 为道从. Yeah, 为道从 that only can if we are only be at one with the Tao, or follow the Tao, or comply with the Tao, be with the Tao. That's what Tao Chong means. Okay? Be with the Tao, at one with the Tao. Then can we truly understand? Okay, what? I say principles. We just all understand everything. Say what's life about? What's the purpose of life? Why is Tao precious? Etc. Or why we exist, or why we have karma? All that. Okay, it means all that. Okay, all that. All right. Okay, so that's very clear, right? Okay. Oh, okay. I'll do it once. Okay. 莫说人生太空匆，中 right 中，其次生命福切凤 okay okay 富且凤 right 凤 okay 风 second tone right second tone yeah 风 no 风 first or second okay doesn't matter okay yeah it's 丰富的丰 yeah okay so anyway so 莫说人生太空中 yeah that means yeah okay don't say life 人生 right life is I say poor but it means many things okay this poor doesn't mean just means dirt poor like no money it means more than that destitute despondent means also suffering you can say suffering or not not pleasant, not pleasant. Okay, that's just it. Don't say life is not pleasant. Don't say life is so poor. That's why I said I use poor. Okay, poor is more broad. Okay, because actually life. Despondent means you have 烦恼 you have anxieties, you have worries, all that stuff. Okay, it could also mean sad too. It could also mean sad. Okay, so that's why life is poor. We say life is poor. Okay, not materially. It's more than that. Okay, so 其次生命富且丰 that means but actually life is so abundant and rich and it's like a contradiction. It's like life is so look at everybody's misery. We suffer, we reincarnate, we have later on he'll explain okay why it is. Okay, so we'll explain. Okay, so later on, but he's saying that life because he is taking positive. You have to look at the positive view, and also the reason why you can be positive is because you understand what life is about. You understand that really what we think is poor, what is suffering, it's all illusion because we have illusion. So if you understand, if you are in with the Tao, you realize if you have no desires, therefore you have no suffering. So life is really then rich. It's really happiness. Okay, but that's later on. Okay, later on we'll talk about that.
Yes, here it goes. You can see the connection between this last phrase and the previous one. Here, exactly as you said, when it says, "Do not say that life is poor," and because earlier you just said because us humans we live in this realm, this materialistic realm. We are in a state of illusion. And when it explains in the next phrase, when actually life is abundant and rich, and then it's only when we come to the understanding when we are in accordance with Tao.
Really the next line explains it too. See, sometimes there's a sequence. Okay, that's why there's a sequence. Okay, 有个系统. Okay, there's a sequence.
On the second sentence, if we turn around from different angle point of view, that those kind of stuff make us cultivate and become a Buddha. So you look different angles.
You can So you can say that motivates. That also motivates us. Yeah, that's good too. Yeah. So many explanations, but in general, okay, this one. So the last one is 超越形象的掌控，恢复先天方轻松. Okay, yeah. So that explains really this is the explanation of the previous line. Okay, or more detail. Say why. Explain why. Why is that true? Because now, okay, yeah. We can say the first half. We can say we have to transcend beyond our illusion or form, right? We have to be able to transcend, okay? Or you can say control too. Yeah. That's more specific, but transcend is probably it's better. Okay, we should transcend. We should realize. You realize if you're with the Tao, you become enlightened, right? Just like the third line said, right? Enlightened, is great enlightenment. You realize, oh, everything in this world is illusion. Even your body is an illusion. Even your mind is an illusion. You know that. You really want to go deep, okay? Go deep. But we don't need to go that level yet, okay? Okay.
Illusion means one day will be gone, right?
Yeah, it's not everlasting, impermanent, okay?
One day will be gone.
Right. And then, so if you are able to do that, there's two ways of looking at it. It's either 被动 or 行动. I mean, it's either active, passive, doesn't matter. But anyway, so if you at the first half, then if you are able to transcend over these illusions, then you will either you can say, yeah, our Buddha nature will reveal itself, or we can return or end up having this Buddha nature appear, okay, or in front of us, or realize that effortless, because Buddha nature is gentle. We can say effortless because it's subtle. We say it's subtle. Okay, it means subtle. Subtle, you know what? Subtle, right? Right? Weighing, or it's not obvious. You can say it's not obvious. Okay, that's the yeah. You can say it's in the background. It's like hidden. It's almost like it's hidden. And hidden by what? Hidden by what? Illusions, forms, illusions, desires, stuff, all that. So that's why in the first half they said if you can get rid of that, your Buddha nature is no longer hidden. It's there. So it's so obvious. It's so obvious. It's right there. Okay? So that's why we say it's effortless. Right? That's why Tao Te Ching talks about that, right? The effortless. Everything is effortless, right? Just like water naturally flows from the top to the bottom. It doesn't have to make an effort. It just naturally. So same idea, okay? Same concept. Alright? Okay? Alright? So a lot more in depth. Okay. On the other hand, 然而世人却不懂，心中总是慕虚荣. Okay, yeah. So, unfortunately, however, people unfortunately still do not understand. They still do not, or you say are not enlightened. Okay, in this case, Buddhism, you can say are unenlightened. Yeah, unenlightened. Okay, all right, okay. Because why? Why we are unenlightened? Right. The second half says because we are always clinging to this what? 虚荣 literally means to yearn for vanity, myself, me, I, yeah, which is I want this, meaning I mean what? I want this. Oh, this is so beautiful. I want it. Oh, this tastes so good. Yeah, desires, everything. Yeah, you can say material world. Yeah, material forms, any type of form. Within our hearts and mind, we still unfortunately cling to these illusions, you can call it, to the illusions. That's why we are ignorant. Okay, that's why we are still unenlightened. Okay, so that's what that line means. Okay, the next line.
Here means we are pursuing the fame.
Yeah, vanity. Yeah,
all
ego.
those material world.
Yeah. 名利权, right? Yeah, 名利权, right? What's that? Fame, wealth, and power. Yeah, fame, wealth, and power. Okay, those are the three deadly pursuits, or you could say material pursuits. Okay, all right. Okay. The next line, 经文道中坏行动. Okay, so if you look at the line, those are a couple words in there that are in red. Okay, that's part of the marvelous poem. Okay, 和无先天法中. Okay, that's the okay. So the first half basically says today or now we hear about the principles of Tao. Basically that's what it means. Okay, because we're the Dharma. Remember Dharma. Okay. So then the second line then says after we hear the principles, we shall act accordingly. to what? Follow the Tao, basically to follow the Tao. Zhong, now this Zhong also means the concept of Madhyamika, also implies Zhongyong, Zhong. It just means to follow the Tao. In this case, the Zhong, in this case, is the Tao. Alright? There's too much to explain. Sorry, I have to leave it out here. Next week,
Next week.
Sorry.